I'm on this stage right now to step, no jump, out of the closet about mental health. I'm Shelley Stutchman, founder of Lemonade Ladies, a support group for women 40 and older. I want to make mental health as easy to talk about as a broken leg. And what a better place to learn from the organizers that organized the Pride campaign. Many of you in life have been made fun of, degraded, spit on, yet you came together with unity and love. And wow, look what changes you have made. You can talk about different lifestyles now. You can get married. I'm amazed, and I want to learn from Enid Pride the organization, how to do that, how to make that change with mental health, how to make that comfortable to talk about. In 2014, I had an emotional breakdown and had to spend 4 days in a mental hospital. I had a conversation shortly when I got out. I was visiting with a gentleman, and we were having a great conversation. And I decided to tell him about my emotional breakdown, being in a mental hospital. And all of a sudden, the cold wall went up. He scooted his chair back a little like I was contagious. I knew if I had talked to him about having gallbladder surgery, or even if I was suffering from gas, that would have been okay. But talking about emotional and mental health was not okay. First of all in our life, we need to learn to become uncuffed. Figure out what is cuffing us, what is keeping us from reaching our potential. Is it a bad relationship? Is it negative thoughts? Is it a job? Is it a being raised poorly by your parents? Whatever it is, find that key, unlock that cuff, and live a life uncuffed. But to do so, you have to trust your gut and your instincts to know what to do. I want to share with you now a little bit of my story. On February 18th, 2014, I had a situation happen in my life that threw me into a situational depression. My friends told me, put your big girl panties on, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, let it go. I wished it had been that easy, but it wasn't. The depression continued. It became a darker and a darker world for me. Every morning, it took all the energy I had just to brush my teeth to go to work. At night, it took everything I had to not take a bottle of sleeping pills so I wouldn't have to wake up to the pain one more morning. I finally went to my doctor. I knew he would have a magic pill. At the end of our visit, he leaned forward and looked at me and said, Shelley, when you leave here, I want you to check into a mental hospital. I jumped back. Mental hospital, that was for crazy people. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't one of those characters in the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But because I was unwilling to live, yet unable to die, I went. That's when I found out how much work Oklahoma needs in the mental health industry. You know where they put 59-year-old women? They put us in the geriatric psych ward. Bless all the people's hearts there that had Alzheimer's and dementia, but that was not where I belonged, and that's where Oklahoma puts you. The first night I was there, they were experimenting with some medications to help relieve the anxiety and antidepressants, and I had a reaction. For 3 hours, I jerked and I jerked and I jerked. And I remember finally at one point putting my hands in the air and saying, "Sweet Jesus, if you cared all about me, take my life but he didn't. I knew at that moment there was something left for me to do, and I knew I was replaced with a new compassion, a compassion to help others that were hurting. I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to do, but when I was released from the hospital, I started with Facebook. I wrote, any woman over 40 that has mental or emotional issues that would like to be part of a support group, come to my house on Wednesday night. Post. After I posted that, I thought, wow, that sounds a little bit crazy. But that Wednesday night, 12 women showed up. And with each consecutive meeting, more and more women. Now we have groups across the state of Oklahoma, hopefully to become global. And please excuse this cliche, but these are women that had lemons thrown at them. And they took these lemons and they made lemonade, and we became the Lemonade Ladies. One night, one of our presenters was a poet from Oklahoma City, and he gave us a presentation on healing through writing poetry. And the poems that were read that night were beautiful, and I couldn't bear to see those poems go in a drawer and never be read or looked at again. So the ladies that let me that night, I took their stories and I took their poems along with my own and compiled them into a book called Peeling Back the Layers. And Frank told you what that poetry book is about. Now, when you look up from this moment on, over your head there may be a roof, there may be a glass ceiling, there may be the sky. But when you look up from now on, make it be the sky, because the sky is full of unlimited potential. Your potential, the Pride's potential, Lemonade Ladies' potential. There are 5 things I learned during all of this about happiness and success. Number 1 is honor your uniqueness. Number 2 is empower others. Number 3 is do the self-work. Number 4 is constantly set goals that stretch you. And number 5 is forgive. I stand here, having come from a mental hospital a year and a half ago, not crazy, but authentic. I am me. You can like me, you can not like me, but I am imperfect, and I sure make imperfect look good.
Woo!
So I want you all to repeat after me. I am imperfect.
I am imperfect.
But I sure make imperfect look good.
I sure make imperfect look good.
Well, thank you. It was an honor to be standing here on this stage at Pride, to be invited to talk about my passion of bringing mental health out of the closet. If you want more information about Lemonade Ladies, we have brochures over there under the tree, and we have our poetry books for sale. And again, thank you. I am humbled and honored to have been on your stage.
Yeah, put your hands together. Shelley Stutchman, that was